Welcome to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. In this walking guide, I'm going to cover restaurants, things to do. We're going to walk around the Marina, we're going to show you the beaches, and we're going to end up right behind me with some incredible viewpoints of the Marina and the famous arches. So starting off, we're on the main beach of Cabo San Lucas. This is where you're going to find the Bagatelle here. Around the corner is where you're going to find the Marina. And then all the way down here is where you're going to start finding a lot of the different restaurants, all-inclusive hotels, etc., etc. I checked out a restaurant yesterday called The Office. Really nice, a lot more chill, and right next to it is Mango Deck. So what are the differences between The Office and Mango Deck? The Office is a lot more chill vibes. I went there for dinner. It was very, very good. It was a little bit more expensive. Everything on the menu started at around 300 pesos. So give or take $16, $17, $18 starting, and it goes up from there. My total bill for 2 margaritas and the fajitas was about $60 US. So a little bit more expensive. Mango Deck, on the other hand, right next to it, is a lot more lively. It's livelier on Fridays and Saturdays with the DJ, more of a nightclub atmosphere. Still very, very good. Both are highly recommended and on this guide. So as always, if you go to the description box below, I'll have a Google My Maps, and the Google My Maps is a layer that can go over your maps. You can do this walking tour with me. It will take you around 2 to 3 hours. And I suggest you do it in the morning or you do it in the afternoon. Don't do it in the middle of the day. It's just gonna be too hot for you. Okay, so you've got beach access, which is awesome because if you're comparing this to, say, like Tulum, there isn't beach access. There's a lot of free beach access. What we do is we just walk up here to this little roundabout and then we're going up the hill. If you're looking to go to the Office or Mango Deck, that is going to be down there if you're not accessing it from the beach. So there's so many other restaurants, obviously like right along the beach, but I just highlighted the 2. I've gone to a lot of different places here. A lot of the different locals have told me to go to the Office and Mango Deck, Taxi Driver, other bars. So I had to mention those 2. And then we'll carry on the walk. There's a lot of hills in Cabo, so I'll be sweating a lot. So once you get to the top of the hill, we just walk down. So everything's up and down here. So right there, Bahia, the Bar Esquina is probably the best smoothies I've definitely had in Cabo. And as we head down the hill, it's a little off my Google Maps, but I wanted to take you to Cabo Cantina. No, it's not a gay bar. I asked if it was a gay bar, and it's not a gay bar. It's multiple floors, and on the top floor is like a rooftop restaurant. Pub, good cocktails, a lot of fun. I was there on Saturday night. And there we have it, Cabo Cantina. So there's like a restaurant there, and a restaurant on the top floor. A lot of fun if you're looking for good cocktails. So as we walk away from Cabo Cantina, we're going to go to Plaza Puerto. Paraiso, it is the luxury avenue where you're gonna find all the shops. It's connected to the Marina. So as you walk through the mall, from the street entrance is where we're going, we end up at the famous Marina. So there is a ton of construction in this area. They're building new buildings next to it on both sides. Plus across the street, you have a brand new Walmart. I walked in there and felt like I was back home in Canada or the US. Definitely not like the one in Playa del Carmen. So connected to the mall is a Super Chidori Selecto. This is like maybe a Whole Foods back home. So So over there you can see that's Luxury Avenue. It's all part of the same mall. You just have to walk across, but they're obviously building in there as well. So there's the famed Cabo sign, and you'll find this at the start of the marina. And then Luxury Avenue is just right over there. And the Hard Rock Cafe is just right there. Thank you. So here's a walking map. So we are right there. We're just going to walk all the way along here. And if you want, you can walk all the way around. So obviously boat tours, deep sea fishing. Actually, I'll add a link in the description box below. A guy named Roy has a fishing charter that's always super popular. As you can see, just like restaurant after restaurant on the marina. Pretty pushy along here, but you get that in any tourist town in Mexico. So if we just turn the corner here, I'm just going to show you basically where all the nightclubs are, in case you're a nightclub person. So obviously you've got Senior Frogs, and then you have like every nightclub you can think of. So at nighttime it's quite popular. It's very loud as well. It's like we went to Squid Row one night, and then Mandala, and over and over. The marina, and then you've got one of the major streets, and then all the nightclubs. So if we wanted to, we could carry you down there and go to Cabo Cantina, which is an amazing sports bar. I was there yesterday for the NFL, but for the sake of this video, you guys want to see the marina. So I'll continue along the marina, the boardwalk. So some of the best gelato is Amarino. They have them everywhere in Mexico. And Salty Crew, always fun if you want any good shopping for like surf. Walkability is amazing. You can see how wide it is. And then it's just big boat after big boat. Oppenheim Group, also known as Selling Sunset in LA. This is a brand new nightclub, literally just opened a couple days ago, called Nashville. Obviously it's a country bar. And it is literally right on the marina. They have a live band up there. Quite small actually, I thought it'd be bigger. Corner of Barracuda and Pez Vela. And this just continues down. There's agua salada, it's quite popular. Another Cabo sign. So we've walked all the way around, and now we're down here. So we could just walk all the way around. We could walk all the way around and continue on all the way around to over there. But you're probably wondering, what does downtown Cabo look like? And what is there to see? So if we hang a right, instead of going left, that giant building is a convention center. I believe it's where you see all the big concerts. So there's the outpost, there's an Argentinian place, there's a lot of different restaurants, and then if we go straight down here, we're gonna hit Cabo Cantina, and I have to show it to you because it is the perfect spot if you're a NFL or any kind of sports fan. You should definitely check it out. There's also some pretty cool restaurants down there that I'm gonna show you. So who's typically coming here? I've noticed living in Playa del Carmen for almost 2 years, you get a lot of, careful I don't get hit by a car, you get a lot of people coming, easy trips, coming straight down. So on the East Coast, you get Toronto, Montreal, and New York, etc. Florida coming down to Playa del Carmen, Cancun area. And then you've got Vancouver, which is where I'm from, Seattle, Arizona, Las Vegas, California coming down to Cabo. Why is Cabo so famous? Well, they've got the mountains, it's a desert, but also it says it only rains 8 days out of the year. So if you don't like rain, come to Cabo. So this is Cabo Cantina. Now it's dead right now, but it is packed other days. We continue down. There is monkey business down there. Biggest margaritas you could ever have. So Cabo Cantina is down there, and if we continue along to over here, there's an outdoor kind of like food court, I guess. And I did some Googling looking for really good cocktails. I came across Mula, which is just right here on the corner. And then another little place for tequila and mezcal. And then if you head over there to Plaza Marlin, inside is monkey business. It's probably the biggest and tastiest margaritas you've ever had. And when I say big, they're big. It's the Monkey Cave Bar. Back, so we just saw Mula over there, and then monkey business, and then Cabo Cantina's down there. And if we go this way, we're gonna go to one of the most famous Cabo bars. So stick to the map in this area. It gets a little confusing. I've got turned around quite a few different times. As we walk up to one of the most famous bars in Cabo, we get to the Cabo Wabo Cantina, home of tequila. So like I said, doing these tours, you should definitely be doing it in the morning or in the afternoon, not in the middle of the day. Right now it's in the middle of the day. It's just simply too hot. It's 12 o'clock. So I'm gonna take a break, get some shade, and come back and do this for sunset and continue on the tour. So please don't do this later on. Okay, round two, it's bright and early. It's 7:23 a.m. And we have to be up super early because we are going to walk to a place on the map that says hike with 2 dogs. We're gonna go see a guy named Enrique. We're gonna go hike Mount Solmar and see some amazing views of Bahia Sur. The thing is, he only leaves at between 8 and 8:15. It's free. We hike with his dogs, and then we just give him a tip. You have to give him a tip. Okay, so it is 7:15 in the morning. The sun is just coming up, as you can see behind me. The only thing that I could find that was open happened to be a Starbucks, so I'm starting the day off with a Starbucks, and we are gonna go hike Mount Solmar. That is with two guys. That is with two dogs and a guy. The guy's name is Enrique. I Googled it. I have to meet him between 8 and 8:15 in the morning, so maybe we should have done this hike backwards. So this is the funny looking thing. It's obviously a cultural center. Now right over here is the start of Pedregal. It's a gated community, a lot of high-end developments in there. I believe it encompasses both sides of the mountain and all the way back up over there. So if you're into luxury real estate, that's your area. I was going to walk through Pedregal and show you, but it wouldn't have been much of a tour. It's very hilly, so it would have been tricky with holding a camera. Everywhere has got an amazing view, so thus it's climbing a mountain, so there's a lot of switchbacks. And we're right back to the marina. So the last time that I was here, I jumped in one of these tiny little boats, and he took me around the arches and that kind of area. It was pretty cheap. It was a solo mission as well. So there's a lot of different options if you're looking for a ride out to the arches, which you can only get to by boat. So if you're wanting to get out to the arches, you're gonna need a boat. So there's a lot of different tours, but behind me there, you see all those little boats? They will all take you out there as well. I did that last time. I think it was total maybe like $40 or $50. And it was a lot cheaper than you're gonna get with like one of these big boats or the tour with many, many different people. Another Cabo sign. Now I'm not sure if you can keep going here and get to where we're going, so you might have to do the downtown exit only, which you're gonna find restrooms as well. So this is where you go for the hike. It's a little tricky to find. Just come all the way down to the chain link fence. Go to the orange building, not yellow building. And then there's all these dogs here. I know, tough life, huh? Tough life. So we made it to the top, 6 minutes from the base all the way up. There was over maybe 100 people that showed up. It was crazy. And we made it all the way to the top.
Anybody got that? Yes, we have some.
So the hike takes about 15 minutes to base camp, then there's a debrief, and then it's about another 6 minutes up, he says, if you're fast, and the views are incredible. And that's Enrique right there, with all of his dogs. Next, I'm gonna take you to two beaches. Right there. And right there. Okay, so if you want to come to this hike with dogs, that's Enrique. And you have to tip him, so make sure to tip him. Okay, so hike is down. Now we're gonna carry on. this way to the beach that you saw at the top, which is basically straight down there. Then if we circle around and go here, we can go all the way to the other side. So if you walk straight down, you come to the beach on the other side. And that is the entrance to the marina right there. If you circle over there and come along and come up here, there's Grand Solmar Lands End and Playa Grande Resort. Both have access to Playa Solmar. When you get to the end of the road, come to the gate, say hi to him, and go through the door. So you go through a door and then you walk up some stairs and a guy greets you and walks you kind of through the secret entrance of the hotel, where the hotel's right behind me. And that's the Grand Solmar. And then this takes you to this beach. They forewarn you, do not swim in this water. Crazy currents, we're on the Pacific side now, and some wild waves. So it's beautiful, but it's also dangerous. So if you like this video, make sure to subscribe. I'm doing guides like this all over Latin America, so let me know in the comment section down below where would you like to see next.